party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here.
Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits. VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's VHS Bandits podcast. This week we watched TC 2000. Let's pop in the tape.
From the producers of Tiger Claws and Talons of the Eagle, two classics of ferocious combat nobody plays for kicks. Now comes the future of martial arts. TC 2000. In a time just beyond tomorrow, the streets will become war zones.
The two that have entered here, only one may leave.
The cities will become electronic fortresses. And the only hope
I'm not sticking around to see somebody else get greased.
will be an ex-cop turned executioner. Because when the line between the law
He's dead meat.
and the outlaws has been shattered,
Nicky Picasso's going down with you or without you.
the only way to get justice is to make your own.
Go!
TC 2000. Starring the brightest stars of the deadliest art. Billy Blanks, Bolo Young, Jalal Mera, Mateus Hughes, and introducing Bobby Phillips. TC 2000. Martial arts enters the 21st century.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the VHS Bandits podcast. I am Topher Hansen. With me as always is my co-host
Dane Train.
And today we have a very special guest.
Sully.
Yes.
Yes. Hey everybody, I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah.
You only
folks-
watch action movies with us.
Oh, yeah. For those of you guys who don't remember this guy, we watched Silence of the Hams and Judge Dredd.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we did watch Silence of the Hams. Never mind. You
No, that was
only
a pretty-
watched Judge Dredd and Silence of the Hams with us.
But typically,
Silence of the Hams is pretty much the best action movie I've ever seen, so it's all good.
It's the best any genre movie ever.
That's true.
That's true.
So,
Guys should have shut it down after that.
yeah. That was a long time ago now. That was like 3 years ago. That was more than 3 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah?
But
Oh, wow.
in any case,
Time flies.
We're all taking a time machine to the future of 1993. And we're watching TC 2000. With a star-studded action packed bunch of actors, if you could even call them that. You got Billy Blanks, you got Mateus Hughes, you got Joseph Murray, and Bolo Young, and they're all action stars.
They are
And they're
action
all-
stars.
Ugly. I hate to say, I'm not trying to be shallow, but I am very handsome. And all of these people, this is the ugliest cast in any movie I've ever seen that wasn't British, except for the girl. She's pretty hot. There's only one girl in this movie. No, there's two.
No, yeah, there's more.
Both girls were pretty hot.
There's two chicks in this movie? I remember only the one.
Yeah, the dude's daughter,
Oh, yeah.
the Asian
Right.
girl.
Oh, yeah.
in the dojo, who smiles when she is being threatened with total annihilation. We're all gonna die.
So
This entire movie was done in one take.
probably.
Or 12 for Billy Blanks, and that's As good as it gets.
So I don't remember where the hell I got this movie. I think I might have got it in a trade or something a while ago, and I just thought it had the coolest fucking cover of any movie ever.
Yeah, it makes it look like Billy Blanks is a fucking robot, but he's not. Actually,
I thought it was gonna be like a Terminator or something.
Yeah, it does have a Terminator vibe to it, and there's like computer chips behind him, and he's holding a gun, and he doesn't shoot any guns in the movie. And it says, and it has like a Terminator
just
font.
Just uses Tai-Bo.
Yeah, it's literally it's like the Terminator font in like a metallic sheet metal. And it says, "The year is 2020. He's mostly human and totally invincible."
He's He's all human.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
What?
That's how they get you, man. They want you to think he's a Terminator.
They lie on the back of the box.
Yeah.
This is a good movie. You will enjoy it.
This is an MCA Universal release. So it says, so on the back you got pictures of Billy Blanks and Bola Young and Matthias Hughes and there's some people who you don't know fighting on the corner. International action star Billy Blanks teams up with the beautiful and lethal Bobby Phillips in this high-tech futuristic thriller. Is he an international action star?
I don't think so.
I mean, he's like a martial arts champion, but I wouldn't say he's an action star.
I don't know.
He is now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
He wasn't until the year 2020, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we still got a couple of years to go until he gets there.
In 2 years. Jason Storm, Blanks, and Zoe Kinsella, Phillips, are two cops under
I thought that was like, we don't know his name, blank. Like, we'll fill this in later.
They're two cops under the leadership of the Controller.
When we cast it.
Whose task is to contain the vicious thugs and roving gangs that terrorize the otherwise unprotected community. When Zoe is murdered by the notorious Nicky Picasso, Jalal Murray, the Controller converts her
AKA
body...
Belky Baltakamoose.
Belky, yeah. The Controller converts her body into a cybernetic killing machine that is unleashed upon the gangs without mercy.
20%.
She doesn't do shit. But
no, she kicks a dude in the balls.
She kicks Billy Blanks in the balls.
Right in his
Billy
blanks.
Balls. But Jason knows too much and eventually must battle impossible odds as he takes on the gangs, the Controller, and the seemingly unbeatable Zoe in a race to save the Earth's atmosphere from nuclear destruction.
He knows too much.
He knows too much.
We don't know a goddamn thing that's going on. At least I don't know anything.
I don't know. This fast-paced chiller boasts.
It's not over?
No.
I thought you were done.
No. You want me to start over?
I'm sorry.
We got one sentence left here. All right. This fast-paced chiller boasts furious fight sequences featuring Matthias Hughes and legendary martial arts star Bolo Young. Its color, 1 hour and 32 minutes, and it's rated R from 1993. 90 minutes.
It moved pretty fast.
92.
Yeah, I thought it was shorter, actually. I thought it was like an hour. I feel like there wasn't enough in there to really make it 90 minutes.
I didn't feel like there was enough fighting. I think this movie could have used more fights.
Are you being facetious? Because I felt it had too many fights.
I am being facetious. Yes, that was a joke. Acting!
And,
thank you.
Billy Blanks, you could learn a thing or two from that delivery.
So let's see. So the box doesn't exactly tell you the whole story here, which it's not just about a super.
The movie doesn't tell you the whole story.
No, but it basically it's like there's two worlds. So I guess the main level, I don't know, the outside world, I guess, that's filled with hobos. And underground,
we'll say.
Underground is where civilized folks live. And I guess the TC 2000s are the police force. I guess.
No, the lady is
No,
the TC-2000.
No,
she
no,
turns
no, no,
into
no.
the robot.
No. She becomes.
Oh, she's the TC-2000X.
Yeah. So I thought that all the regular cops were TC-2000s, right?
Oh,
I think
Are
so,
they
yeah, 'cause
only
they're-
10% robot then?
They're tracker communicators. So
right.
TC. Yeah, so there you go.
And there's
Oh.
2,000 of them.
Sure.
until they upgrade. It's like the iPhones and Final Cut where they skip a couple of them and they go straight to X. And then the next thing you know, all the Androids won't be compatible, or their warranties, or they won't have tech support for them until you buy the latest model.
The sequel is going to be TC-2000XS.
Yeah, or XC.
Or XR.
XL.
For the budget version.
Yeah, wouldn't it be XL? It would make more sense if it was XL.
Yeah, that's
was an iPhone joke.
That's the Billy Blanks with the bigger sunglasses.
I know you don't have an iPhone, so you don't
Yeah,
get
I'm
it.
not an Apple guy. All right,
Jeez.
I'm sorry. I like to slum it with my Androids.
You belong in bum world.
If the phone doesn't threaten to blow up on me, I don't want it. You guys know I live dangerously. I'm the dangerous one. I'm the wild card.
Why,
of
you
this
got
group.
a-
That's true.
do you have
You're
a Note
You're
7?
the Fu Manskito, Chris Kattan, Backstreet Boy. I forget the other guy. What's his name? You're the rough around the edges Backstreet Boy of this
AJ?
crew.
Are you talking about AJ?
Yeah, I don't know. I was
AJ of the
thinking
Backstreet Boys?
Whatever. Yeah, him. Even Fred Durst is like, I don't want to sing with you. Get out of here. Anyway,
Who wants to sing with Fred Durst?
I do.
Yeah.
If Fred Durst wants to come on this show, this is a formal invitation, and we will have a duet.
You know, if Zach Wilde finds out, he'll kick your ass.
Uh-oh. Moving on.
So,
What,
No one cares about Zach Wilde.
what were the trailers? There was a good trailer.
there were two. There's one called The Outfit, and it was about like 1930s
Oh, that one was not good.
gangsters.
The Prohibition gangsters with Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
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 The one before
And-
it was pretty cool, though.
It was a romantic. It was about love. It was called How You Like Me Now.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you
it was,
instead of you. You know, like
yeah, it
you.
was like a blaxploitation, like romantic action comedy or something.
something like that.
It looked a lot like Dead or Alive, but
Oh yeah, it kind of did.
more boobies.
More boobies.
So
Put some more boobies on there.
you know there were so many man boobies in TC 2000 and no
Oh my
chick
God.
boobies.
Yeah, because there's only 2 women in the entire movie.
Yeah, but we didn't get to see 4 nipples. We saw 0 nipples. We saw TC 0
well, we saw
nipples.
nipples, but no girl nipples.
No.
There's a lot
I mean,
of man
Bolo
nipples.
Young's big enough to kind of, compensate for all that. You know,
Hey,
he's got.
man,
He's got.
if you'd rather
yeah.
watch Bolo Young's pecs be flexing in the wind than the TC-2000X titties, then that's your prerogative, sir.
It is my bed, and I will lie in it.
I'd rather see futuristic cybernetic boobies than Bolo Young's like square body any day of the week.
Well, it's weird because like his body is so wide and his head doesn't fit
doesn't
proportionally to the rest of his body because he has
He's
like,
like
a
a
super
weird,
wide
like-
torso and huge arms and a little head. It's like
Yeah,
the voodoo guy in Beetlejuice like put some pixie dust on his head and his head shrank.
Right. It's like a weird like Lego figure that some kid like mix matched pieces and made Bolo Young.
So the movie starts with some action scene. Okay.
He has a voiceover of like, it's the year 2020 or whatever, and the streets are homeless hobo people are upstairs, cool people are downstairs, and I'm on a motorcycle, and that's it.
They got
Bye.
welding
Maybe
helmets
he's a
on
replicant, I
instead
don't
of
know.
motorcycle helmets.
Yeah.
And
And
yes.
Billy Blanks his partner is the blonde chick,
Yeah.
and they're driving their motorcycle in the underground world. This entire movie takes place in a warehouse.
You know, it's funny because
Warehouse / parking lot.
Yeah,
it's almost
Slash
like
dojo.
this movie is the opposite of Demolition Man, where in Demolition Man, all the regular civilized people lived upstairs, on the main, on regular surface level, and like all the Dennis Leary hobos lived underground
All
in
the
the
Dennis
sewers.
Learys.
This is literally flipped, where all
Just
of
a
the
city full of Dennis Learys.
all the Dennis Leary people are downstairs, are upstairs, and all in the. You know what I'm getting at. It's the flip.
Yeah. That's the twist. That's what makes this an original feature film.
Yeah.
That's how they walked into MCA Universal and was like, what if it was Demolition Man, but not? And then also everyone wears welder
Leary's
masks instead of
downstairs.
motorcycle. Yeah, what if Dennis Leary was upstairs and everyone cool was downstairs and Billy Blanks? And then everyone's like, Billy Blanks?
International superstar Billy Blanks.
God damn it.
Oh, man. And then they fight some people.
They fight some people.
The first of, what was it, like 16,000, 17,000 fights?
Oh,
There's
my God,
so
yeah.
many
I
fights.
lost count.
And so they get back and they find out that they're working on some computer chip called the TC2000X. And they all
The
might
Intel
be out of job soon,
TC2000X.
right? Because they don't want to be the cyborgs.
Well, the controller, this Jake the Snake looking motherfucker, he's the guy who runs the whole thing, and he wants to create a cybernetic tracker controller.
Yep.
To replace the tracker controllers, I guess, but no
So
one wants
that-
to volunteer. So there's that.
Yeah.
But so like he's a good guy at this point, right?
Yeah, they're
So,
all
like,
good
Well,
guys.
he's already scheming to like get everyone else out of a job. So you can already tell. Like you could just tell by the mustache. If you look at the mustache, that's a
That's
villain
true.
stash.
Yeah.
Like if you saw someone with a mustache, like they'd be like, nah, can't trust him.
He's either an international terrorist or a porn star.
Yeah. Maybe both. Can it be both?
Can't we be both?
That's what it says on his
I mean,
on
after
his
this
business
movie,
cards.
probably.
International terrorist / porn star.
Isn't that how he's credited on the back of the box?
So yeah, he wants to replace the tracker controllers, but no one wants to volunteer. But luckily, was it Kinsella? Is that the girl?
Sure.
What the hell was her name?
Why not?
Yeah, Kinsella.
Zoe.
Yeah, fight number 342. A gun gets introduced because they need an excuse, and Kinsella gets shot and killed.
Yep.
Leading to, Billy Blank's some excellent acting on his part. A lot of no. Like he does no, like,
Wait,
good,
and
man.
then, but like, my favorite scene was before. So after the first fight, they go like Billy Blanks. They run for a really long time. So the first fight, they're on their motorcycles driving to the fight, and then the fight happens, and then they ditch their motorcycles and run to a different fight. And then after that fight is over, they go back to Billy Blank's apartment, and he's like cooking some like stir fry.
Yeah.
And then she's like, he's like, a good fight. And she's like, yeah, thanks. It was a good fight, partner. And he's like, do you want some stir fry? She's like, no, enjoy your dinner. And he goes, haha, thank you. That's my favorite scene. It's so
Well, you got to make
pointless.
sure that they know that, the audience needs to know that they're partners, man, and that they're super
they
best
both
friends.
like stir fry.
Well,
She
one of
doesn't
them
even
clearly
stay
does
for
it.
dinner. And then she dies in fight number 3.
Yeah.
3, okay.
And
She gets shot in the face, and then Billy Blanks immediately takes off his helmet.
So, but in this scene, we're introduced to what is supposed to be the main villain, played by Joseph Murray, and he plays Picasso. And his
I think it's Jalal
Picasso
Murray.
Takamus.
Jalal. I'm sorry. Yeah, not
Jalal.
Joseph. Jalal Murray. I'm sorry. There is a Joseph Murray who directs a bunch of these straight-to-video action movies, but I don't. I'm assuming that they're related. And
Nicky
I have no idea.
Picasso.
This was directed by Tiger Claw.
So Picasso, he has a gang of his surface world dwelling people, and they all look like the thugs from Class of Nukem High.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand what their main goal is. Like if they're just there to fuck up
They're just causing chaos.
the
I
underground
guess.
world. I really
Do
have
they
no idea
want-
what their motives are.
Are they now at the end of the movie, which I did not realize had anything, until it happened. They blow up or they send out like I don't know, disease missiles or whatever into the sky.
Yeah, right. They make rainbow colors, and once all the colors of the rainbow go up there, then they become deadly, I guess.
Oh, that's what it. Okay, we'll have to.
Multiple
that
rockets go up, and they all have a different color. And once all of them are together, I think that's when they become
make like a rainbow.
They're not
like a
deadly on their own.
It's a binary
chemical,
chemical, I guess.
So it's not deadly until they all mix together?
Exactly.
That seems stupid.
Because I was like, everyone died because they shot so many missiles in the air. I thought, and then they're like celebrating. I'm like, you just killed thousands of people. Whatever.
They have the flu. They're not going to die.
Oh, okay.
They all just got like a slight itch.
So it's almost like if you guys seen the movie Deadly Friend, they put the computer chip inside Zoe's brain, and she becomes a super cyborg, sexy cyborg, where she's wearing all crazy like leather studded clothes. And
and to show, they have a press conference to show off her robot police skills. And evil mustache man is like, we have a new robot, and it looks like a school gymnasium that they're in.
Yeah,
and then she like does some backflips through the press. And then he's like, there's maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 like guys in gis, like the karate robes.
Yeah.
And she just fights these random karate guys for whatever reason so that the press can put her in the newspaper and say,
yeah, man,
hey,
the Garage Dojo.
Yeah. Garage Dojo Weekly.
So I think, like, I don't know, I'm really confused about the motives, because they say like, oh, she's going out there to like dispose of all of the surface people, but then she goes to the surface people and she starts hanging out with Picasso, and they're like dating now.
It's very confusing because you don't know, or I don't know, who the surface people are and who the underground people are, because
the
this
ones
whole
with the face paint.
They're surface people?
The face paint people are surface people.
But there's
So
lots of
hobos,
different surface
right?
people. Like there's gangs. Because there's one point where Picasso's gang starts shooting up and killing a whole bunch of other surface people for no reason.
Oh my god.
Can't surface people just get along?
Apparently not.
Yeah,
Come
they're all
on,
just
surface
hobos.
people.
And one of them wears like this crazy wrestler dominatrix
They're
outfit, and
people.
Bola Young has to kick his ass.
He looks just like a member of WWF's Demolition. Either Axe or Smash. You know Demolition at all, Dane Train? I know you watch a little wrestling.
I know Demolition Man, which I've already referenced today, but I don't know Demolition. I think that was before my time.
Right. That's fair. But yeah, for all you wrestling fans out there, just think of Axe or Smash. That's 100% down to the mask they used to come out with. He's dressed just like a Demolition.
Just go on the WWE Network for $9.99 a month.
Is he in Camp WWE?
I wish. Use promo code John to get no money off.
To get a rejection
And it will
to
still
initialize
cost
a
you
virus.
$9.99
Use credit card number 8466
to get 100% off every purchase.
All right, so anyway,
call your cable
Billy
provider
Blanks,
for details.
His character quits because of the whole TC-2000.
Wait,
thing.
I thought now this is where we watch different movies.
None of this made sense. No, I had to look this up on Wikipedia afterwards because I got lost too.
Okay.
I had to know. I had to know what the fuck was going on.
I must know.
So I went over to Wikipedia, and so what happens is, paraphrase from Wikipedia right now. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, so Billy Blanks resigns because of the whole, like after Kinsella dies, because it's all covered up.
Because they have
so
her
they can...
funeral in the parking garage.
Yeah. With low rent, some fucking preacher man. Yeah, so like he resigns, and then they're like, well, we're going to kill him now. So then Billy Blanks is kicked out of his task force or whatever, leading to fight number 58. And he escapes, and he decides to go up into the surface world. and that's where he meets Bolo Young, who's playing a good guy for the first time.
Yeah, really.
Which I think, because Bolo Young's usually a bad guy, like Enter the Dragon, Bloodsport, his personal life. I don't know, like all sorts of things.
Personal life.
He just like goes around taking kids'
International
candies.
terrorist / porn star. Bolo Young. He's but this is that doesn't make sense to me, because watching the movie, all of a sudden Billy Blanks is like knocked out or something, and he's on an operation table, which looks like, because then this is it looks like they're turning him into the cybernet. I thought he was volunteered himself to become a robot assassin. But he's on an operating table, then he wakes up on a futon in the above world, right?
No, I think he was in his own apartment. That was his stir-fry apartment.
Then he escapes to the...
he grabbed some stir-fry for the road, and then he got it in a half shirt.
Okay.
He made sure to put his socks on before he left, because he knew he was going to need socks.
The bad guys are like breaking down his door, and he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get dressed." He puts on his socks, and then he like puts on his mesh belly shirt. It's his fighting shirt.
He single knots his shoes, but he's like, no, and he does it again. He double knots his shoes. It takes fucking forever.
He double knots. We can't be having these shoes.
He doesn't want to trip.
If I'm gonna be kicking people as much as I do in this movie.
Hey, he went down. He went up into the vents, and he went down a ladder upside down. So of course he needs to have his shoes all belted up and tied up.
That's true. I mean, I double knot my shoes still. As a 32-year-old man,
I double knot mine all the time because I'm sick and tired of them always coming undone.
Oh yeah, so when you're kicking people's asses in your apartment, you got to keep them double knotted.
Yeah.
Once you double knot, you can't untie them.
So
you can't get your shoes. You have to buy new shoes.
I guess so. Maybe I should get some
every
old
day.
Man
it gets expensive.
Shoes.
Some dwarf shoes.
Dwarf shoes.
What a dwarf.
So T goes to the
and
surface.
then the rest of the movie is just a bunch of fighting.
Yeah, he meets Bolo Young, and then Bolo Young, I guess,
he meets him in like
daughter.
a street fight, like a gladiator cop fight.
Yeah,
they're fighting over water.
Well, they do like some
water's
montages, like some training montages. And
there's a whole lot going on.
Well, you find out Bolo Young has like a superpower where he can punch something and whatever is behind it explodes. So
if you could have one power, little Bolo Young,
I want to punch something and whatever behind it explodes. That's what happens.
Don't you want to fly? No, I want to punch things and then explode whatever's behind it. Oh, Laszlo.
Okay, a little douche.
Little douche. That is 100% accurate Bolo Young impression, guys.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good, man. So Bolo Young is in a fight with some random big dude, and I guess fake Joe Dante's in the crowd.
Yep.
And then they're fighting over water, and then
which we thought it was a bag with a goldfish in it.
I mean, it would have been a better prize
from the carnival. And then he wins the water, and even Billy Blank's like, "I want your fucking bag of water. This is stupid." So I didn't even understand that water was scarce. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah,
per usual.
It's to show how dystopian the future world is that they've got to have underground, above ground street fighting in order to win the water.
Yeah,
a bag of water.
So
Billy Blank's like, I make stir fry. I don't need your bullshit water.
Oh my god. So anyway, they decide to become friends, I guess. And then Bolo Young trains Billy Blanks for like 3 hours and constant montages in a pitch black room. And I don't know, they roll around, then swipe at the camera.
I guess they realize that they need more people, so they recruit a bunch of other nameless dudes, and they do a montage with them.
They're all the hobos. Wait, Billy Blanks gets in a... Oh man, we should have done a count of how many random fights there are, because he gets in a fight with a homeless frontiersman wearing a raccoon hat.
Oh, when he first gets to the surface world.
Yeah, and then like this Nick Cave looking guy and some other third homeless guy.
He just kicks everybody's asses that's in his way and has bad teeth.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So they realize that they need to have like a little group so where they can go fight Picasso's gang, and
But they try to fight Picasso first. So him and Bolo Young go like rappel down into Picasso's like house, I guess, where he has his dining room / basketball court.
Well, he falls in. Well, he just kind of.
And then
falls
Bolo
into
Young
the
doesn't
whole
even
thing.
help him. And the robot lady is there, and she fights Billy Blanks, and it's like robot vision where it's all pixelated. And then he's like, "It's me. Remember, I'm your partner." And then she like has these flashback memories of stir fry or whatever. But then she still fights him anyway.
Yeah, she still beats him up. She does a couple backflips to forget about it. Some to work out the whatever, and then she
Work out
kicks
her
his
issues.
ass.
Yeah. And Billy Blanks he refuses to fight back because it's still his dead partner, who is 20% cybernetic robot and 80% human.
Yeah, so I don't understand that. Like, why would it be better for 20%? Like, if you're gonna go robot, why wouldn't you go a little higher than 20%? Like, it feels like a low bar.
Right, and like she's not that big, so like her muscles would have benefited from being like metallic bones or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they redid her skeleton, but they just put in like a computer chip on her brain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a robot scientist, but I have some ideas. I have some theories that might help the TC2000 Corporation next time around. So look me up, guys.
Next time, 30%. Next time,
at least.
Yeah, at least
Minimum
30%, or at least like give her like a robot leg that like shoots people, like a robot gun leg.
Yeah.
There's no guns. No one. All this stuff could easily the TC people could.
Other than the one
not
that kills
not entirely true.
the robot girl.
Okay.
Granted, Joseph Murphy was like the only guy with a machine gun. All of the TC2000s had little like TV clickers, like remote controls that shot laser beams.
Little electrocution things.
Yeah, it was like a taser, right?
There is a lot of lasers in this. Like they drive their motorcycles through like pointer lasers.
Yeah.
That are in like fog, and I guess, and there's a lot of like hand activated doors.
Yep.
So it's the future.
Yeah.
That's probably where most of the budget went, was those laser pointers. You remember in the 90s, laser pointers were so expensive.
Oh man, it was so cool to have one that had like the different tips that you'd put on there. That was like,
like skulls. And stuff.
One looked like a lady with boobies, and
They were like, I never had one, but I remember like going to like Staples and like they're all locked behind the glass case.
They were coveted, man. That's how the middle school, or no, what was it, elementary school when those were big?
Probably.
I can't remember. I'm trying to figure it out.
like 5th or 6th grader.
Yeah. They ran the economy for a couple of years, man. You weren't a big player unless you had a few laser pointers.
I was not a big player. That's
it was
why
Knights
you
of
were
Columbus
my friend.
tickets and laser pointers. That's how you control the masses.
So,
did the lasers do anything, by the way? I'm sorry.
They blew up a guy.
They blew up one guy.
Yeah,
but like they drive through them. Like they just seem like they were there for
but at the end of the
atmosphere.
movie, one guy got caught in the laser field, and he got all zapped up.
Yeah, so the lasers were like an identification mechanism. So like Billy Blanks could drive his jalopy motorcycle through it.
Yeah.
And it was like, identified Billy Blanks, you're cool. And then one of the bad guys tried to follow him and was like, no, boom, 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 boom. And he exploded.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. I guess I missed that part.
That's the only thing that I understood in this movie was the lasers.
Was that fight 328 or fight 463? Which one was it?
464.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right.
Yeah.
So,
oh man.
So then you find out that the head mustache man is in cahoots with Picasso, and I guess they're going to kill everything on the surface for whatever reason. But the guy was all like, "You're gonna live like a king on the surface."
Because that's what's keeping him employed is the surface, right?
Yeah,
Or maybe not.
I don't know.
All right, according to Wikipedia,
Yeah.
the facility they were in was originally meant to counter the ecological damage, but was converted into a chemical weapons factory that Kinsella's father used to run, and that Bolo Young used to be the head of security for.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of that in the movie? Because I don't.
No. Nope.
Okay. I feel like whoever wrote this is just making it up.
Yeah, probably. It makes more sense than what we saw.
Yeah.
This random dude on Wikipedia he can't get a good night's sleep until he cracks the code of TC 2000.
He's just got to fill in all the plot holes.
He's been awake for 6 days straight, stringing cards and newspaper articles together on his corkboard.
His wife left him and took his kids.
I gotta go all over those forums
I don't feel
online.
safe around
looking
you
up film
anymore,
theories.
John.
Or all those videos that are like with there's like a picture. It's like a thumbnail of a picture of of Billy Blanks and like some guy with like a crazy reaction face, and it's like TC 2000 ending explained.
It's like conspiracy TC 2000 videos where everyone has the voice just like, and the TC 2000 was really the reptilian elite. The representation of the reptilian elite.
Tiger Claw Corporation.
Oh man. There's
a chemical weapons thing. The lady was supposed to seduce
Picasso,
Poly Graffiti or whatever. Yeah,
yeah, but she didn't show her titties. That's
we're
a
gonna
great
call
name.
him Poly Graffiti from now on.
Potato. Nikki Picasso, yeah. So like that's why they all fell in love. So Poly Graffiti and Kinsella, Kinsella was supposed to, I guess, seduce him and bring him to the side.
Hey, I'm Poly Graffiti. Let's get some chemical weapons over here.
Hey, Poly Graffiti.
That would work if you didn't have like the
You like
a
Pop
thick
Tarts?
accent.
I got some Pop Tarts off the back of a truck. You want some of these Pop Tarts? I got loads of Pop
Off
Tarts.
the back of a truck, dude. Hey, dude.
The above world has toaster strudel.
Ooh. You can make designs with the icing, but who does that? No one has time for that in the morning.
Need some waffles.
Waffles.
So it ends. Oh god, I just lost it.
You just killed Dane.
So
So the final act is what? They're all in the missile silo. It's
They're always
uptown
in the missile
girls and
silo.
yeah,
the underground boys, and everyone's just
we
like
forgot to
fighting each
mention
other.
Fucking Mateus Hughes is in this movie. The guy from fucking Dark Angel. I come in peace. Oh,
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
He's in this movie, and he barely
I
does
don't know
shit
who
till the
that
very end of the movie.
He fights Billy Blanks a lot for no
No,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he
That was
fight Billy
fight
Blanks
number-
in the first part and then fought Bolo Young in the second part?
Yeah,
Is that the guy?
that's true.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like they do this whole thing in the beginning where Billy Blanks and his character was it Matthias Hughes, Bigelow?
Yeah,
Like
Bigelow.
they fight, so you're like, all right. So at the end of the movie, they're gonna fight again, and Billy Blanks is gonna finally put him out. Nope. Instead, it's Bolo Young and fighting him. It's two sexy muscle men, just oiling themselves up and punching at each other.
Yep,
Two
it's one of
giant,
your
like,
favorite
square
things is to watch
blocks.
on every Monday night.
Yeah, and Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, and Thursday night, and while I'm at work, and while I'm getting fired at work, it's great.
And so, yeah, I wanted Bolo Young to teach Billy Blanks the punching watermelons through
Punching
metallic
watermelons through.
Yeah, no. I'm punching watermelons through metallic surfaces or doors or whatever. Because that's what in the training montage, there's a metal block with a watermelon behind it, and then Bolo Young punches the block and the watermelon explodes. Yeah. And I thought he taught Billy Blanks his superpower, and I thought he was going to use it to save Bolo Young, but no. Bolo Young just punches Mateus Hughes through a door.
Yeah.
And nothing. Like, why would you even have your back on the door anyway, Mateus Hughes?
He was holding them in. He was just like, you can't come in to my missile silo. This is my missile silo. It is my favorite place. You're not allowed in. You're Bolo Young. Please get away. And then Bolo Young's like, I want to come in. No bolos.
Yeah.
No bolos.
So he doesn't let him in his secret missile silo clubhouse, and then Bolo Young gets mad and throws the controller and then punches him through the door.
Then his parents talk to Matthias Hughes' parents, and they have to apologize. It's the whole thing.
But then during this, all of the missile silos shoots a bunch of missiles in the air anyway. And I guess they're not deadly.
20% of death in the air per missile. Which I guess, like, I don't know. It makes sense in my head for some reason. Be like, yeah, so no one can accidentally shoot like 2 of them off and kill everybody. But it also just felt really dumb that they're like, you need to shoot 10 missiles in 4 minutes, or you're fucked. You know, or like you don't. The chemicals don't kill anybody. Yeah, you need to do it in this sequence while the lady watches and just like stares at it in disbelief.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
Right? Why would the terrorists have a fail-safe on their goddamn terrorist machine? You know. What the fuck?
I don't because they
just in case we change our mind halfway through this Jeopardy simulation that sets off the bombs.
Accessing mainframe.
And then, how does Mustache Guy die?
Oh, he gets hung
by Poly Graffiti.
Oh yeah. He turns on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he turns on him and he hangs him. And Jake the Snake Roberts meets his untimely end. And then, so that he's gone. I don't really know what happens to,
what happens to Poly
Picasso.
Graffiti?
He just, hangs out.
He's just up at the top of the silo. And
he's just there.
He's just like, I'll get you, fine. TC-2000, I'll get you. And that's
Next time, TC-2000.
According to the Wikipedia, it says, Picasso confronts and kills him, though he left trapped in a silo. Trapped. So he's left. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna have to edit this.
So what?
Grammar
does
Wikipedia.
Did he die of hunger? Because he's just left.
Yeah, eventually.
They just trap him.
No, because he could have pulled up Jake the Snake and ate him for at least a week. Like that's
true.
Jake the Snake makes a fine meal.
If you want 20% off Jake the Snake at home meals, type code Big J Sully.
Hey everyone, you wear underpants. Everyone else in your world wears underpants. How about you get MeUndies from MeUndies.com? Match
Don't
underpants with your girlfriend.
They're not
That's
a sponsor
not weird.
unless you sponsor us. Get Vermont teddy bears.
Vermont.
Hey, you like berries? Do you like berries from Sherry's? Sherry's berries from Sherry's. Hey, 20% off. Give me the Sherry's berries.
1-800-Flowers.
Well, now a word from our non-existent sponsors.
Yeah, we don't have any sponsors. Or you don't have any sponsors. I've got a lot of sponsors. I'm just not going to share them with you.
Not after this podcast, you know.
What? Panda, China Panda?
Hey, Panda Express is a delicacy here in Texas. It is not a mall food like it is up where you guys are.
Hey, out
Poly
here.
Graffiti loves Panda Express.
Poly Graffiti here.
For Panda Express. Out west, we have Panda Expresses that are their own standalone restaurants.
Same here.
Really?
It's so good too, and then people are excited.
I was very surprised.
Then we're just remembering. It's like, wasn't that like the shitty place in the Common Fashion Outlets?
Dude, it was the only thing in the Common Fashion Outlets that it was literally the last store to go. It was an entire mall
Express.
Just for Panda Express.
Panda Express and like Albon Payne, I think, were like the last two that were there.
And Media Play.
No, poor Media Play.
Poor Media Play.
I remember going there and not buying anything because it was too expensive.
Yeah, that's why.
Wonder why they died. All right, back to the movie. There's a movie.
Yeah, Billy Blanks. Yeah. Whoa, wake up!
Wait, that's the end of the movie.
No, but we have to say the robot lady just turns good again for no reason.
Oh, yeah, just because she stared at Billy Blanks for the second time, that did it.
Yeah.
And she's
like, Young that really saves the day.
It's crazy because she used to be like
he types the password.
She was a cyborg.
Oh.
And next thing you know, she's like, wait a minute, what's going on? And
the 80% of my humanity just remembered I'm a human.
Yeah.
And then Bobo Young's like, I know computer. Boop, 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 boop. I got password. Let's go.
He just smashes his fist against the keyboard and gets the right password.
He punches through the keyboard and the password blows up behind it and it just stops.
Exactly. Oh, man. And did they really save the day? I mean, like at the end of the day, did anything really
She's
happen?
still a fucking robot.
I mean,
Billy Blanks is gonna have to do some neurosurgery to get this computer chip out of her brain.
I mean, like the atmosphere still sucks. There's still the above ground people. There's still the below ground people
around now.
It seems like nothing.
Well, the
has
above
changed.
ground people get to live another day. The Overlord, which we never even mentioned till just now, he exists. He's dead.
Who's he?
He's the one who runs the underground
He's
world.
the
He's
old guy?
Yeah, he's the old guy in his suit. He's the Overlord. You know, the happy,
Oh.
go-lucky
Matthias
Overlord.
Hughes just cracks his neck and he dies, and that's it. So the president
What you
of
would do.
of the modern world is dead, and nobody seems to notice.
Yeah, so all the power structure's gone. The people on the surface world are going to live. Apparently, Picasso vowed revenge at the end of the movie, so they set it up for a sequel, maybe.
Oh, God.
But I don't remember
2002.
I don't remember that either.
that. I mean, we can make it.
T2 2022.
No, let's make a sequel to it. I got $20. You guys want to put in 20? We'll make a way better sequel. It'll be great.
Well, I'm sure Billy Blanks will.
I got
gladly
10
come
and a quarter.
back.
Billy Blanks will do whatever.
Remember when we had to do Tai-Bo in gym class?
No.
Yeah. It was like line dancing or Tai-Bo.
Yeah. You did line dancing, Dane.
I don't think so.
You missed out.
I don't
Me
remember
and John
this.
did
I
Tai-Bo
do-
like real men.
I do remember
Yeah, we
doing
learned-
the
we learned the
Macarena
Besser
in gym
Accord.
class.
No, I had to do line dancing. I remember that. And then like the girls get paired up with you and they're like, ugh. Or I mean me, not you.
Yeah, with me, they're like, ooh. I got him really high before gym class. That's what happened.
Whoa, dude. Again, about those sponsorships.
Yeah, anyway,
Again,
sorry.
about
What was I
TC
saying?
2000.
No more
Drugs,
MeUndies
buy
for
'em,
you.
Get 20% off drugs. If you get to
Anywho,
20% off from the guy behind the Panda Express.
so now that
He's
the
on
movie is
the
over, you guys want to do
Nematodes.
some ratings?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't T-Man, why don't you go on IMDb and I'll do the Amazon
okay.
real quick. Of course, I don't have any of this stuff prepared and ready.
I did try to find reviews of this movie before we started, and I couldn't find like professional reviews, but I found some Rotten Tomato ones I thought were kind of funny. I don't know if you wanted me to toss those in too.
Fuck
we'll
Rotten
see.
Tomatoes.
All right,
Rotten
okay.
Tomatoes
I
is
got
a
it.
bunch of assholes.
There's one.
Holy shit. Okay, guys. You guys. All
Wait,
right.
am I doing IMDb?
Well, let's do IMDb. You go ahead.
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it up yet?
No, I was asking you.
All right.
what
I got
was
the
you
Amazon
looking for.
one up.
Professional
All right?
podcast, folks.
All right, guys.
You're very professional. Very
Out
expensive.
of 5 stars on Amazon for the VHS copy of this. How many out of 5 stars? What do you say, Johnny?
I'm gonna go 2.5. I'm gonna think the Tai-Bo people came through and are rating it 5 stars, and then to balance the other
And
one.
then the non-Tai-Bo,
Yeah,
the
the
line
non-Tai-Bo-
dancing people came through rating it 1 star, setting it off to
are
an even
the underground
2.5.
people the Tai-Bo people and the above ground people the non-Tai-Bo people?
The above ground people probably rated it 5 stars.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking it's gonna find a middle at like 2.5. I think it's dumb enough in a fun way where people will kind of give it a higher rating than you would expect.
I got you. Now, granted, there's only been 9 reviews on Amazon for the VHS copy. T-Man, how many stars do you think it is?
I'm going to say 4 stars.
All right. It is 2.5, so...
Oh, you were right on
right,
the
dude.
money.
Boom, boom,
Now, here's the deal.
Wow.
Here's the deal.
What's the deal?
There's only 1 copy left currently on Amazon, and they want
No shit, hop on that now.
$47.77 for
Use
this.
promo code.
$47
$47.77. Whoever is
All right,
selling
don't
this is
buy
out
it.
of their fucking mind.
Bolo Young fan? Or totally not Bolo Young?
I
Not the
don't know.
real Bolo Young at all. .com/warehouse.
The Bolo
Here's
Young
something
Emporium?
I learned from IMDb.
Ooh,
Billy
what you got?
Blank's Billy Blank's character. Do you guys know his name?
Jason something?
Smart?
Jason Storm.
Oh.
Yeah, Jason Storm.
I don't
Jason
think
Graffiti?
they said his name once during that movie.
It's similar to Mason Storm, Steven Seagal's character in Hard to Kill,
Oh.
which is a much better movie.
All right, so you guys guess out of 10 stars on IMDb. How many stars, Mr. Sully?
4.
Dane Train?
2.5.
Ooh, Mr. Sully is closer with 4.5 stars on IMDb. Yeah,
Woo!
you're good. You're cleaning up.
All right.
All right,
What
what are we gonna?
man?
What are we gonna rate this? Out of 10 potato people?
I say
don't
out of 10 exploded watermelons behind 10 exploding watermelons behind something that was punched.
Metal door. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
metal
good
door.
one. All right. Who wants to go first? John,
John, she should go
All
first.
right. Okay, I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10 exploding watermelons. I think it could have used a couple more fights. It would have popped her way
That's
over
the
the
only-
top. If they had
the
fought
only
one or
complaint.
two more times, I think it would have been a much better movie. I think it would have been a lot more fun. They held back. They held back the fighting more than I wanted, but it's okay.
Agreed. Dane Train.
I give it. I think I'm also gonna. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give 5.5, 5.5 exploding watermelons behind a door that was punched.
Really? That seems low for you.
I know. To me, the movie felt really long. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. I was really tired of seeing all the same fighting because it was so many goddamn fight scenes. I was like, come on, I've had it with these damn fight scenes. I know it's filler, but like, come on. I liked that there was all the star power in this, but like a lot of it was very underutilized because there wasn't a whole lot of like Mateus Hughes. He didn't do much. Jalal Murray didn't do a whole lot of stuff. Like if I see Billy Blanks looking like a Terminator with a machine gun in his hand, I want him to be shooting a machine gun in the movie. So
True.
I thought that there was way too much. The ratio of guns to martial arts was too much martial arts.
20%
not enough
guns,
gunfights.
80% martial arts.
Yeah, exactly. I like a nice even 50-50 ratio of martial arts and gunfighting. So
True. Good point.
that's what I usually like in a movie, an action movie. A good mix of the two. So
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give it 7.5 exploding watermelons behind metal doors.
wow,
That's so many.
I feel, I
were more
think there could have
confused than
been
the rest
more
of us.
exploding watermelons. I know, but I mean, I didn't expect to understand what the fuck was going on in TC 2000. I mean, who gives a shit? It's TC 2000. But yeah, I thought like I had fun watching it with you guys. If I watched this alone, it would be probably a different story.
yeah,
But
I agree.
I mean, there was a lot of like
That's
wacky,
fair.
crazy stuff. Like for instance, the Ninja press conference. I thought, what other movie is gonna have a press conference with ninjas in it? Getting beat up by a robot dominatrix police officer.
Yeah, right.
So it's the things like that.
Hey.
The exploding watermelons, the frontiersman homeless guy, just all the goofiness, I think warrants 7.5 stars. And now the name Polygraffiti, I'll give that. That's the extra 0.5.
You know what? I think, how I did, what was my 5.5? I think I'm going to bump mine up now to 6 exploding watermelons. Only because now that I think about it, my favorite thing about this movie was seeing all these constipated faces from Bolo Young and Jalal Murray. And they're just going with their faces the whole time.
There was some great Bolo Young close-ups. Like there was one jump cut where he's just like,
dude, yeah.
And, it was like right after the he's some like very calm scene, and then he's just like freaking out. It's right up in his face. Yeah.
And like, dude, this parts where like his eyeballs literally look like they're gonna pop out of his sockets. It's so constant.
Bolo Young
work
is
is great
the
in this
best.
movie.
Bolo Young's my favorite part of the whole movie. I love that guy.
Oh yeah,
to death.
he's awesome. He's great.
Does that mean you want to change it to a 10-star rating?
No, I don't want to change it. I'm gonna keep it where I kept it. And I totally remember where I kept it. I'm just not going to repeat it.
I think it was 9 out of 10.
I just love Bolo Young. I because Enter the Dragon is one of the greatest movies of all time, so he kind of gets a forever pass, and then Bloodsport is a modern day classic.
Oh, that's one of my
so like
favorites,
those two movies alone, that guy could go make a bunch of TC 2000s, and I mean, who cares? He made those two movies, man.
Awesome.
Bolo Young forever.
Awesome.
That's it.
Promo code Bolo Young.
Join my Bolo Young fan club. $20 a month. I'll send you a newsletter
at boloundies.com.
$9.99 a month.
It's great. It's 10 pages of me just going, Bolo Young's pretty cool.
The Bolo
You
Young
can get the Bolo Young
message
Network
boards.
streaming.
With Bolo Young right on the blade.
By God.
In the shark vacuum.
Caution,
Bolo Young will come to your house and pick up all the
on
spilled cereal. Twice as fast as Matthias Hughes. By God.
Have you guys seen any other Billy Blanks movies? I'm actually curious.
I own a shit.
International
Other than the
movie star?
Tai-Bo in gym class.
I
no.
have a shit ton of Billy Blanks movies. In fact, like 2 or 3 of the other movies that I suggested that we watched tonight were Billy Blanks movies. I have 2 Billy Blanks movies that also have Rowdy Roddy Piper in them.
Yes, that was one of them I
Yeah, there was
suggested because
Tough
I wanted
and
to
Deadly
see that one.
and Back in Action.
Fuck Me Deadly?
Tough and Deadly. Yeah, they both are buddy cop movies with Billy Blanks.
Jake Tough and Robbie Deadly.
And Roddy Piper. And there's what was it? There's another one that I have with Billy Blanks. I can't remember what the hell the name of it is off the top of my head, but
Do you have the one where he's like a high school janitor?
What?
No.
There's a movie. This used to be on
Good Will
UPN
Hunting?
all the time. No, it used to be on UPN on like
Was this
Sunday
an episode
afternoon.
of Shasta McNasty?
I watched
Come
it a
on.
bunch, and like he was like, this is still when he had like his like really bad hair and his receding hairline, and he played like a janitor who like helped a kid learn martial arts, and then they ended up in some underground fighting thing, and he ended up having to fight. I don't know, it was the whole thing. I watched it a lot as a kid.
I don't know that
It's a
one.
real movie. Everyone knows it's a real movie. Don't quote me on it.
All right, I'll
Lay
have
Why are
off
you guys
the
looking
Panda
at me weird?
Express, jeez.
Why are you guys backing away right now?
Hey.
Why are you guys giving me the cut sign?
Hey, listen, if
I will not be
anybody
silent.
Cut his mic.
if anybody out there in VHS land has a copy of TC Janitor 2000, please email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com or shoot us up on the Instagram at VHS Bandits.
All right.
There you go.
Nice plugs. Nice plugs. You're a social
Those are
media
real.
maven, Dane Trace.
Those are real
we've done
plugs.
this
Those are
for-
actually real.
We've done this for 62 or 63 episodes, right? So hey,
Oh my god.
I think this is 64.
64.
I haven't done anything
according
that
to
long.
plan.
I think that'll do it for TC 2000. Until the next 90s straight to video dystopian movie. So, all right.
All right.
So there you go.
So
End the show. God damn it.
so this
Cut
is
this shit.
this is Dane Train, and with me as always is
TH2000
Oh.
and a very special guest.
X.
I'm Sully. Sully is the special guest. I don't have anything to promote. I'm not as cool as these guys.
Sully 3000.
I did see a good movie though. It was a really good horror short. It's called Dark Roast.
Oh, thank you.
it's very-
Available
yeah.
on VHS now, possibly?
Yeah. Where could I get it? I remember buying it, but I can't remember offhand where I got it. Do you remember?
I think you could buy it at WitterEntertainment.com. WitterEntertainment.com. WITTER entertainment.com.
All right. Perfect. Broke Horror Fan presents
Yeah.
Dark Roast and the Root of All Evil.
Yeah.
2 very good movies
Hosted.
with special interludes by
Super Dracula. All right, you little bloodsuckers. We'll see you guys all next time back on the VHS Bandits. So until then, be kind and rewind.